And Collingwood defeat the Fremantle Dockers by 14 points in a magnificent game of footy.
We fucking did it, boys! The Forcers! The Forcers! We did it, lads! We fucking won!
Jamie Elliott has won the game of footy for this famous club!
It's a rather appropriate soundbite to use for this sort of win against Fremantle. Jamie Elliott kicking a career best 6 goals or equal best 6 goals. Collingwood winning by 14 points, 15-7-97 to Fremantle, 12-11-83. I am recording this round 9 review on a Saturday morning. Again, this game took place on a Thursday night. Forgive me for not being able to upload or complete a review straight after the game or on a Friday. Again, working a full-time job, working the next day on Friday. The Thursday night games, they don't appeal to me, or they don't cater to me, to be exact. I did have plans to record it Friday after work. I just didn't have the energy for it. Wasn't a light day at work, so very disappointed by that. Just rested up, thought I'd sleep in. I thought if I wake up at 5 or 6 o'clock, I'd get this done straight away and have this uploaded by 10 o'clock. Turns out, I'm sleeping in. I'm waking up at fucking 9 o'clock, so recording this at 10 a.m. By the time I've completed this video review or finished recording this review, the VFLW will have started. I'm on my way to Jenna Steel Oval to watch the VFL round 7 game for Collingwood v Northern Bullants. So forgive me for the very late upload. By the time you're watching this, you're probably thinking, why the fuck is this being recorded now or being uploaded now? But we are back on the winners list, 14-point winners over Fremantle in what I consider to be an outlier win. I say that considering the stats involved. We got smashed in every asset. How the hell did we win a game when we were minus 75 in disposals, minus 12 in contested possessions, minus 13 in clearances, minus 28 in inside 50s as well, even losing the marks as well, minus 8 there as well. The talk going into this game was apparently we were disrespecting Fremantle and not taking this game seriously and hate the travelling and yada, 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 and all that sort of nonsense. I didn't find it disrespectful. I mean, we do play Fremantle later this season, so it's okay if Fremantle want to rest their players for the time they come over to the MCG to take on us. So if they want to rest their players, I'm happy for them to do so. I wish they do it for this time around. But look, I think the coaching staff went into this game and they saw the fixture when it got released. They saw the Western Australia trip and they saw the 5-day break as well. And they just thought, no, we're going to circle this. The chance to use it as a circuit breaker, rest a few of our key players. Any sort of niggles, we'll rest them. I'm trying to make sense with the stats involved and how we treated this game and how the hell did we win this game. I'm not treating this game as a way to say, oh, we had no business to win this game or we had no right to win this game. We were second heading into this game. Fremantle were 9th, trying to get back inside the 8, trying to bounce back, and bounce back they actually did. So by ladder positions and just I guess the team list as well, we should have won this game still. The way we won this game, though, very surprising for me. Considering the stats that were involved, if we play like this with the stats involved, there's no way we're going to win future games with those sort of stats. There's no way we're going to be 73% efficient heading inside 50 and also scoring from our inside 50 entries compared to Fremantle's 40%. The amount of intercepts we took down back, the quick transition we had as well, and also Fremantle, we knew they were going to bounce back. We knew they were going to turn the chicken up. We knew they were going to score heavily. We knew they were going to take it on. Their corridor use does leave a lot to be desired. But that's their fault, to be honest. That's harsh to say, but when they don't take risks, when they don't take it on like they should be doing, they've got a very good young list. Be brave, be young, be brash about that. Like, it's too structured, and I reckon that's what's costing Fremantle right now. They're 4 and 5, they're outside the 8. I do have a bit of sympathy and empathy for Fremantle. They are my second favourite team, so I do wish them all the best. And if we're not winning a premiership, I hope Fremantle wins their first premiership, definitely before GWS. Maybe not so much Gold Coast, but I do wish Fremantle all the best. But in terms of this loss here for Fremantle and our Collingwood win, it leaves a lot to be desired for Fremantle. Their efficiency inside 50, being exposed on quick transition by Collingwood as well, leaving a fucking paddock for Jamie Elliott, Bobby Hill, and even Nick Dacos at times to use. I'm sure Jordan Ngoe was watching this game and licking his lips. That's how we want Jordan Ngoe to play his game. Give him a paddock. It's very 2018-esque under Nathan Buckley at the time when we gave Jordan Ngoe or our lead up forward, our deep forward, all this space to work with and burn their opposition defender and just kick an easy goal. So we're not going to win these sort of games like the way we did. Again, with our changes, we had to mix it up. So very impressed by Craig McRae and the coaching staff to manage our players. We're still banged up, we're still hurt, we're still injured. We've got a few precautionary scans throughout the weekend, so we'll get some updates and we'll wait and see on how they go. We've also got the AFL coming up as well, so see how players perform and make a case for senior selection as well. Yeah, very impressed by this win, not with the stats, but for how we won this game. What I can't forgive, however, is the first 2 minutes of this game. I saw Mason Cox start in the ruck. I saw Ed Allen across half back, and Dan Houston kicking a torp out of the goal square in the first 2 minutes. That's where I was convinced, yeah, we're not taking this game seriously. This is an in and out job. We're just here to play a game, trying to, you know, make a match of it, and then just head the fuck back home. I thought the first 15 minutes of the first quarter were abysmal, very horrendous. Conceding the first 3 goals here, similar to how we did last week. Last week, I wasn't too concerned considering our efforts and contested footy and whatnot. This time around, we were smashed from clearances from the get-go, contested possessions, pressure, efforts, you name it, everything involved. We even saw Craig McRae just visibly a little bit frustrated. Frustrated by Craig McRae standards. He wasn't banging phones or yelling or screaming, yada, yada, yada. I could tell we were a little bit off to start the game. So by quarter time, and we're up by 5 points, very surprising. Again, just like last week, surprising quarter time lead. Second and third quarters, the score was in our favour. We didn't have any control, however. The ascendancy was not in our hands for this one. We were just executing and taking our chances when we could, leaving a Paddock. This was after quarter time as well. Paddock in our forward half. Small forward in the goal square. That was Nick Dacos because he was tagged out of this game early on by Corey Wagner. Corey Wagner, very good role player. He's the definition of a journeyman at his third club right now. Has the club record for most tackles for Fremantle in a game, and that was last week, by the way. So Corey Wagner, very good, efficient role player, and well done to him as well for this tagging role. I seriously doubt he's going to be tagging long term. Again, this was Fremantle. They had a game plan lined up. It is very frustrating. Teams like Fremantle who don't use a tag on Nick Dacos, nullify his influence in this game. And yeah, Nick Dacos, he has to learn from this. And it does suck because I don't pay or I don't see or watch taggers do their role. I watch the stars. I watch the best of the best. And seeing the best of the best be nullified by these sort of role players, yeah, I don't like it. It's just, yeah. The only good taggers I've ever liked are Brent McCaffer and Levi Greenwood, all right? So everyone else, please fuck off. Please stop ruining the game that I love. In terms of the second and third quarters, again, we had control with the score. Yet again, though, and this is very harsh to say this, our set shot conversions, though, started to creep in again. Tim Membry and Bobby Hill in the third quarter, missing those simple set shots. By their standards, they should be kicking it, especially Bobby Hill. He should have been converting that set shot, especially when Bobby Hill had kicked 2 goals prior to that missed set shot. Could have had 4. Only ends up with 3 goals for the game. Now, I wish I had more structure and time to prepare a preview video because I didn't mention, but I did write this down, by the way. Bobby Hill was in for a big game. I had him down for at least 3 goals. The reason I had this was he's heading back over to his home state. Just signed an extension to stay at Collingwood to 2030. And he's also kicked 4 goals here previously in the Indigenous All-Stars game against Fremantle back in February. I just thought the stars were aligned for Bobby Hill to have a big game. 3 goals at least, possibly 4. I saw people say 4 goals or even 5 goals in other preview videos. I was being generous with 3 goals. Ends up 3 goals. That's more of a safe pick. I don't expect Bobby Hill. I wish Bobby Hill can kick 3 goals a game going forward, but it's also nice to have Jamie Elliott have a career best game, kick 6 goals, and also give Bobby Hill space to run and bash as well in the forward half. And Jamie Elliott also utilised that space as well, particularly in the final quarter when no one decided to play on him. So it also nullified Jordan Clark's role across half back. He was very influential in the first quarter. Luke Ryan as well. I felt like our forward setup was enough. We didn't have the height. I know we had Mason Cox and Tim Membry, but Tim Membry, he doesn't have the height, but he does lead up the ground a bit. Very good ground ball pressure as well, but everything else from Tim Membry wasn't so good in this game, to be honest. Mason Cox, again, pop out in the ruck, kick the goal. Very, very soccer-esque goal. Not soccer-esque, I mean, it was a bloody soccer goal, but he does his part, Mason Cox, so we can't expect anything more from Mason Cox, but we do need someone like a Brody Myercheck or even a Charlie West, that third option down there, similar to what Fremantle had here with Amos, Tracy, and also Patrick Voss in this game, as well as Luke Jackson and Sean Darcy as well, filling that hole either down back or down forward. They had the height, Fremantle. They didn't utilise it properly, so We were able to expose them with pace and quick transition here. First quarter, I'll go back to the first quarter. Lockie Schultz up forward, Jeremy Howe down back were very good on top of Jack Crisp and Jamie Elliott in that first quarter. It is disappointing for Fremantle considering they dominated the stats, but when you've got two players for Collingwood playing more than 200 games, have a career best game in this game together, it doesn't help Fremantle's cause. Jack Crisp, Jamie Elliott should get 3 and 2 Brownlow votes here. Not sure where it goes. I would expect it goes towards Jamie Elliott, though. 6 goals, 3 goals in the final quarter, and he could have kicked 7 as well. He missed a set shot final quarter. Jack Crisp, 29 disposals, 18 contested possessions, 2 goals, 7 clearances, and 6 tackles. It might be a bit of a stretch to say that's a career best game, considering he had very good finals performances in 2022 and also 2023, but it was for sure the best home and away game I've ever seen from Jack Crisp, and I think this was the best game I've seen from Jamie Elliott as well. He kicked 6 goals against Adelaide in his first game back in 2021 from an injury. So Jamie Elliott, 14th season in the AFL. He's on track for a career best season, 40-plus goals, and he's also on track for a maiden All-Australian selection as well. So not bad for a 32-year-old and someone that was on the cusp of retirement last year due to a vascular injury. Just on our overall player performances now, I said last week in the loss to Geelong, most of our players were very good, very serviceable in their performances or individual performances, just couldn't get the win there, unfortunately. This game here against Fremantle, we only had a few players play very well. Everyone else was below their best or below standards. Jack Crisp, Jamie Elliott, Bobby Hill, very good players here. Darcy Cameron does his thing as usual. If he's not dominating in the ruck, he's filling a hole down back, providing height and support for us in the back line. And a good little segue into mentioning and praising our defensive group, Darcy Moore, Jeremy Howe, Billy Frampton. I'm also going to include Harry Perryman for their intercepting abilities in this game. Those 4, I'm going to lump them in as one big defensive collective here. Very good to stand up. I think it was 16 intercept marks for this game. So compared to Fremantle, I think they had like 2 or 3. So that was where we were able to make Fremantle pay for their lack of inside 50 efficiency and also converting their chances. And massive praise as well to Billy Frampton. I know it's weird to say compared to the other 3, but if that was Reef McInnes playing that sort of game that Billy Frampton had here, I think we'd be gushing and glazing over Reef McInnes right now. So the fact that it was Billy Frampton who's just been very serviceable for our second tall down back, I do expect at some point Billy Frampton's going to be exposed and decimated in a contest or in a game where we lose comprehensively. So when that happens, we can't use him as a whipping boy. We can't expect him to be dropped because of it. I hope we don't drop him because of that sort of, if he does get exposed in the game going forward. But here, he nullifies and locks down and limits opposition forwards. We are still banged up. Lockie Schultz out next week due to concussion. He was knocked out in a tackling attempt in the final quarter. Just on that, though, and this is probably from someone who's got a bit of a soccer or football background, when it comes to head knocks, stop the game immediately. I don't like it when play continues when someone's knocked out or they're in a daze or confused. It does leave it open. If that were to happen going forward where we stop the game immediately, it does leave it open for certain players to, I guess, not overreact, but any sort of head knock, stop the game immediately, but they're not hurt in that way. Lockie Schultz, he was knocked out immediately. So if a player puts a hand up or kicks the ball out of play, restart the game, just stop the game immediately. Duty of care, player safety comes first, get the stretcher out, whatever you need to do. Just stop the game immediately. Lockie Schultz, he'll be out. We'll be able to replace him comfortably. Either it's through Brody Mychek or Jordan Ngoe as one of the options or direct replacements there. I'm not too sure what the selection is going to look like next week. We've got a few players getting precautionary scans. Jamie Elliott, Darcy Moore and Nick Dacos. We'll wait and see on those scans. If anything major pops up, I might do a separate video on that. But to win this game by 14 points, 5-day break, managing our best players, Nick Dacos tagged out of the game, still side bottom, had no impact on this game at all, subbed out 3/4 time. We've got players coming back in while being managed, so we'll wait and see on those selections and wait and see on also precautionary scans as well. But 14-point winners of a 5-day break, something that hasn't been done directly against opposition teams this year. So it goes to show as well the gap between the top teams and teams on the cusp of the 8 as well. We'll play Fremantle again later in the season. By the time I have this video uploaded, again, I'll likely be at the VFL watching certain players return, watching certain players make a case for senior selection. VFL, 2:05 p.m. start against Northern Bullants at Jenna Steele Oval. The VFLW has already started, so I'll be watching the replay or watching the start of it straight away. So good chance for us to get 3 wins here. But that'll be all from me for this round 9 review of Collingwood v Fremantle. Hope you all enjoyed it. Give the video a like, subscribe, share it to your mothers for Mother's Day, whatever you want to do. I'll likely have a VFL report for round 7's game against Northern Bullants, particularly talking about Tom Mitchell's return and anyone else making a case for senior selection. In the meantime, though, celebrate this win still. Have a good weekend. Please be well. Please be safe. And Bobby Hill returns for the soundbite to end this video. Magpies out.